Thanks, Claire and Austin. It's all Iowa football on this last edition of Daily Iowan Sports for the fall semester.
And there's nothing better than college football playoff season. And for most college football teams, it's right around the corner.
And for Iowa football, it's just 2 short weeks until they'll be heading to the West Coast for the oldest bowl in college bowl history.
After Iowa lost on a 22-play drive by Michigan State at the Big Ten Championship, the loss stung many Iowa players and head coach Kirk Ferentz as they saw their undefeated season come to an end.
But the best kind of medicine came the day after when Iowa ended up 5th in the country and punched their ticket to the most historic bowl in the historic Rose Bowl.
I take you through the reactions of Coach Ferentz and his captains and what this opportunity means to them.
It's known to be the oldest of bowls, the Rose Bowl. And to Iowa, it's one last chance to make their name known.
The Rose Bowl is the granddaddy of them all. You think about the Rose Bowl, you think about tradition, you always play a tremendous opponent. And that certainly will be the case this year.
We're blessed and honored to be, have an opportunity to play in this game. It's a granddaddy of them all.
Even though a national championship was the end goal, this was the next best thing.
At the end of the day, we're not playing for a national championship, but playing for the next best thing, and that's Rose Bowl.
As Iowa holds up their Big Ten conference bargain, Stanford is the Pac-12 puzzle piece to this long tradition.
It's a big deal because it's a championship level game between the Pac-12 and the Big Ten, and it was going to be a very great competitive game between two great teams. So it's a huge opportunity for this program. We haven't been there in a while, and it's going to be very exciting.
A while marks 30 years since Coach Ferentz has been a part of a Rose Bowl.
My first year here as an assistant, we were fortunate to go out there and play, and then the year after I left 25 years ago, they were there too.
To be able to do that for Coach Ferentz, it feels good because he's done so much for me as a player, and I know he's done a lot for the rest of the players on this team. And it's just good. It's just pretty special to be able to do that for him, just because he wants to succeed and just the best coach.
It's obvious it's just as special to Kirk Ferentz as it is to the players. And most importantly, this program wants to end this remarkable season the right way.
At the same time, we're not done yet. We're still aiming to get our 13th win, and we have a huge opportunity coming up on January 1st.
I think we've got some time to reflect. It's been a very good season for us, and going 12-0 in the regular season, and playing a Big Ten championship game. Obviously, it wasn't the way we wanted it to end, but I think it's been a good season for us, and we'll get back and reflect here in these next few weeks, and hopefully get one more win before the season's over.
This isn't Iowa's first Rose Bowl appearance. They were just a field goal away in 2002, but it still has been a while since Iowa has fought for the Roses.
Here's a look at Iowa's Rose Bowl history. Going as far as back to 1957, where Iowa beat Oregon State 35-19.
Fast forward 2 years to 59, the Hawks won again and then lost in 1982 to Washington.
Then it's the 1986 Rose Bowl that Kirk Ferentz mentioned when they got pummeled by UCLA.
And then they would go back one more time in 1991 to lose to Washington.
This year, Iowa faces Stanford, and it's a very familiar place for these Pac-12 champions.
It's their 15th time at the Rose Bowl and their 3rd appearance in the past 4 seasons.
But those aren't the only numbers to keep track of heading into this game on New Year's Day. Check it out. Number 5, Iowa, and number 6, Stanford, will face off for the first time in history at the 102nd Rose Bowl. And this matchup is all about the rush. Iowa's rushing defense lets up an average of 114.9 yards per game, while Stanford's rushing offense stomps out 225.1 yards per game. This Pac-12 Big Ten matchup holds 2 decorated players. Iowa's Desmond King is second in the nation with 8 interceptions and 118 defensive yards, while Christian McCaffrey recorded 3,496 yards, making him the NCAA single-season all-purpose yards record holder. Both McCaffrey and King were named to their respective all-conference first teams and were Walter Camp Player of the Year finalists. This will be an especially great matchup since Iowa and Stanford have never played each other.
But Stanford is no newbie to Big Ten competitors. It's been all Big Ten competition, and most recently a loss last year to Michigan State, who is now in the college football championship semifinals.
As the season is nearing the end, there is no doubt that it's a big part in this 2015 run is thanks to the head man himself, Kirk Ferentz.
The awards are stacking up for the head coach, and most recently, he was named a Paul Bear Bryant Coach of the Year finalist.
7 coaches from across the nation are also finalists for this prestigious award that surrounds what these coaches have done on and off the field.
It'll be very exciting to find out who wins that award, but that does it for Jordan and myself on this special Rose Bowl edition. Follow us at www.dailyiowan.com as we will have the latest from Pasadena. See you on the West Coast.